What is going on, guys? Thank you very much for tuning in. Today, I'm going to be showing you 5 guidelines you need to follow on how to reach alpha status and debunk the conception of what it means to be alpha. If you haven't checked out already, my book, Who the Fuck Am I? A perfectly imperfect guide to become woke at life, discover your purpose, and scale your potential. It's now available on Amazon. You'll be able to get it down in the link in the description. Now, being alpha, I've read on blog posts and I've seen on some articles across various platforms, and I truly have this discrepancy that a lot of people, they are misconstruing. They are not appropriately connecting the dots of what it means to be alpha. Alpha, it means who is the dominant animal or human in a particular group. Given that we as humans are social creatures, we follow a hierarchy status. In short, those who have some sort of wealth or recognition for what they do, they are deemed alpha, or they have that alpha status. If I break it down into 3 simple ways to just view how we as society are looking at the world, we have omegas. I'm just going to call that, those are the homeless, disabled, or the impaired. Whatever the case may be, hey, no judgment. Then you have the betas. Let's just say we are the betas where we're trying to reach alpha status. Alpha status isn't a frame of mind. It isn't a personality trait. It isn't a identity per se. It's actually a conception of what society or what the particular group you're part of is viewing you as. So you don't reach alpha status. You don't become alpha. The group views you as the alpha because of whatever it is that you do. Now, everybody's alpha to an extent, so I'm going to break down just a family household. A family household of one father, one mother, and then you have 2 kids and a dog. The man of the house, the alpha of that particular group, is going to be dad. But let's say he goes to work and he is just a mid-level executive. He may be an alpha for the department, but when it comes to that entire organization, he's not the alpha. He's a beta to the senior level executives. Now that you are debunking or seeing the bigger picture of what it means to be alpha. But the 5 guidelines that you need to follow to reach alpha status really pertains to how far you want to go in life. I can't tell you how far you want to go in life. That's something that you have to answer for yourself. But the first guideline goes to professional development. Professional development is nothing more as how do I better my skill set? How do I hone my skills? How do I grow myself to reach that alpha status? Because in order for you to actually get alpha status, not become alpha, not front the idea, you have to be good at something that other people will recognize as it is beneficial or contributing to society of some degree. Which goes to step 2. I see on these YouTube videos on how to become alpha or what you need to wear to become alpha. That's called social dominance. Now, the more socially dominant that you are, the more dominating you are in society, meaning people are giving you the respect, power, love that you deserve. You know, you go after you want, you work hard for it, and then you achieve it. Social dominance, that is where you are then given by society that alpha status. But it goes to my second guideline that you need to follow is don't front that you are an alpha. Don't try to follow what these dating gurus are saying where you need to spread your body apart and then you need to walk a particular type of way. Yes, walking with confidence is only one minuscule part to being alpha status because it shows my third guideline, my third tip, which is you have confidence in your competence. When you're not fronting and you're not fulfilling yourself with glib, and when I say glib, I'm talking about narcissism in of itself, because that's the biggest misconception. Those who are narcissists, they convey that they're alpha to a degree, they kind of are. But when you take away everything that's superficial, when you take away everything that they earned, anything that doesn't pertain to their core values, that's when you finally realize that they're actually just a little whiny bitch inside and they're very insecure for themselves. Alphas, or those with alpha status, aren't insecure. They're actually very confident in themselves because your confidence and your competence is broken down in between two parts. The first part is going to be your IQ. How good are you at understanding your skill set or whatever it is that you contribute to society? For example, you're given the alpha status within that community as a bomb-ass barber. But then it goes into your other type of confidence, your other type of competence, and that is your EQ, your emotional intelligence. And that's what I've always discussed, and I will always incentivize you to enhance your emotional intelligence. Your emotional intelligence is where it makes things easier for you to reach alpha status, or people view you as bright, people view you as competent, people respect you because you're good at what you do, and that is going to be your soft skills. How good are you at conflict resolution? How well are you de-escalating the situation? How good are you, proficient are you with team collaboration when you have people who are constantly rubbing elbows and bunking heads with each other? How good at you are taking initiative. I cannot teach a work ethic. There is nobody in the world that can teach a work ethic. You have to teach that for yourself. You have to apply that for yourself. But those without status will take the lead when nobody else wants to. When everybody's like, oh, somebody should do something about that, they don't say anything. They say, okay, I'm going to do it. And they just go and do it. The fourth guideline is setting boundaries with those people that you create your network with. When you create a network, when you're building a group, when you're attempting to reach alpha status from letting other people, your network, view you, wherever it is, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, whether it's your social circle, whether it's just trying to start a new business or maybe enter a new industry, those who have alpha status, they set boundaries, those in their professional life and their personal life. And they say, hey, I respect you for what you do, or maybe I don't agree with what you do and we're never going to get along. That's perfectly fine. I don't give a shit. But if you want me in your life, you have to respect my boundary because I have goals I want to accomplish, and I will respect you so long as that we can reach a mutual consensus that I will contribute to your life so long as you contribute to mine in this particular manner, but you have to understand this boundary. I do not cross a line, and I need you to respect my core values, which goes to my last guideline to follow is establish core values. I talk about establishing core values because I never really had them for the longest time. It wasn't until recently, believe it or not, it wasn't until after I published the book and I read my own shit that I was like, wow, I really was giving myself the solution to getting in a better position in my life. And now in my own niche, in my own industry, for what I do, what I contribute in my full-time job, as well as what I'm doing on the back end for my side stuff, people respect me for what I do because I'm good at what I do. But I wasn't good at that because I didn't have core values and I didn't have competence in my EQ. Nor I did have confidence within myself because I was destabilized majority of the time and I'm suffering through bipolar depression. So yes, you can be alpha or have alpha status with a mental disorder such as depression or bipolar disorder or even anxiety, whatever the case may be. But when people don't have leverage over you and they're saying like, oh, you're incapacitating. No, the fact that I take initiative for myself to better myself and I don't let that affect me. Yeah, it's a hurdle and it's hard every day for me to, get after it compared to the person or the normal person who always uses the excuse, or they say, oh, I can't do something because I'm depressed, or I have bipolar disorder, or I'm schizophrenic, whatever the case may be, given that I have a ton of mental disorders and I take a ton of medication for it, it's only benefited me and those I'm around in the long run because now I can appropriately be myself and not feel agitated in life. So when you're good at something and you can positively give someone back, something, whatever value it is, something that would be contributing to your life, something that when you think of somebody else other than yourself because you had that core value instilled, after being so self-centered for the longest time, but you realize like you yourself are flawed, but you can work on them to a degree, yeah, then you will reach alpha status. So I highly encourage you check out my book. I assure you it is a very informal read, very casual. The way I speak to you is the way I wrote this book. Other than that, guys, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I am now on LinkedIn, Tumblr, Pinterest, and TikTok. Until next time, guys, stay tuned. Take care.